would mourn his death in a wrong way. The Prophet said, Al-Mayyitu yu'adhabu fi qabrihi bima niha alayh. The dead is punished in his grave out of what his families have created for mourning after his death. All sorts of merrymaking, feasting, and gathering outside the laws of Allah would cause the pains for the dead in the grave. Imam Shafi'i said, it is considered niyaha when feasting is done for the dead. Like the Prophet ﷺ said, Laysa minna is not part of us, man darab al-khudud, one who slaps his cheek, wa shabba al-junub, and tears his clothes, wa da'ala bida'awa al-jahiliyyah, and screams wailing in the form of the pre-Islamic era. What are the things that saves the person from the punishment of the grave? If you have the time before we move to the Akhirah and the happenings of the Akhirah. Aisha radiallahu anha, particularly on the issue of the Akhirah, she said, Man husiba udhiba. One who is asked to account for his actions would certainly be punished. But it is just that we question that Allah forgives us and pardons us of our misdoings. What are the things that would save us from the punishment of the grave? Number one who does will only pray for him. Prayer. Salatul Janazah. When someone dies and we make Salatul Janazah, the Prophet ﷺ said the intercession of the people who make Janazah would be taken upon the dead. It means will be accepted for him. And Allah would use it to forgive him. And that's why it is evil for us to be buried in a house. It is wrong that we allow our dead ones to be buried in a house. Likewise, it is haram to bury our dead ones in the masjid. And people go around arguing that, oh, the Prophet ﷺ was buried in the masjid. No. Amongst the exceptionalities of the prophets is that they buried them wherever they died. Those scholars have argued that it's not true. However, the Prophet was buried in the room of Aisha. And it was in the time of Al-Walid ibn Abdul Malik that the mosque was expounded. And it covered the room of Aisha. So the Prophet was never buried in the mosque. So buried in a house and in the masjid, it's prohibited. It even makes it much more painful for the dead. And when one is buried in a grave, the blessings of Allah descends on all of the Muslims in the grave. So when Muslims come visiting, they say, Assalamu alaikum dara qawm al-mu'mineen. That person also gains from that greeting, that salutation. So the foremost is to pray, to say Salat al-Janazah for the one who is dead. Another thing that saves from the punishment of the grave is staying beside the dead one after having buried him. When we stay there for a while, the Prophet ﷺ used to tell his companion, Istaghfiru li akhikum, ask forgiveness for your brethren. فَإِنَّهُ الْآنْ يُسْأَلُ, because he's been asked now. So when you stay there and you say istighfar for him, Allahumma ighfir lahu warhamhu wa thabbithu. You say words of this kind, not reciting the Quran and not chanting La ilaha illallah. These are innovations, severe innovations. The Prophet ﷺ said, لَعْنَ اللَّهُ الْيَهُودَ وَالنَّصَارَى اتَّخَذُوا قُبُورَ أَنْبِيَائِهِمْ مَسَاجِدَ. Allah has cursed the Jews and the Christians, for they have made the graveyards of their prophets as a place of worship. So we do not recite the Quran nor make salah. Salat Janazah is titled supplication for the dead, because the salah does not have ruku', neither does it have sujood. Salat there means dua. As-salat literally means dua. So it's supplication. So it doesn't require us reciting La ilaha illallah. Now, one of the innovations argued by most scholars is that they said, the Prophet said, لَقِنُوا مَوْتَاكُمْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Say to your dead the word La ilaha illallah. This hadith is authentic. However, it is before the death. It is before his death. It means in his sick bed, you go closer to him, say La ilaha illallah, and then he says it after. مَنْ كَانَ آخِرُ كَلَامِهِ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ دَخَلَ الْجَنَّةِ. Whoever his last words is La ilaha illallah enters the paradise. الدعاء له بعد دفنه مباشرة. Making prayers for him after burying him. So this would come with asking for steadfastness. Like the Prophet ﷺ said, استغفروا لأخيكم وصلوا له التثبيت. الصدقة الجارية. Among the things that saves from the punishment of the grave is making continuous charity, the flowing charity as it is called. The Prophet ﷺ said, when a person dies, انقطع عمله عنه. His work, the reward for his worship is cut away from him, except from two sources. And then the foremost is sadaqatin jariyah. Sadaqatin jariyah implies a continuous charity, like building a well, building a mosque, having a tree that is beneficial to people, sponsoring a course of knowledge is a sadaqatun jariyah. Every other time the person uses the knowledge and spreads it, the reward goes back to the one who it was done for. علم ينتفع به. A knowledge that is being gained from. أو ولد صالح يدعو له, or a righteous child that supplicates for his father. Here it doesn't have to do with specifying a day, 3 days, 7 days, 12 days, 40 days, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years. The act of fixing a day for the remembrance is in compliance with the practices of the Christians and the Jews. That's one. 2. It requires for a reference from the Quran and Sunnah that it is important for us to fix a day for remembrance. Number 3. Lots of righteous people have died. What are the days that they have fixed for their remembrance? Number 5, making supplications for our dead is continuous every day in our prayers. Everywhere we go, remember them and we make supplications for them. It's particular to mention here that when a child makes a charity for his dead parents or his dead relatives, it's very, very, very rewarding for him and upon the one he's doing it for. And at that time it includes also making Hajj on his behalf or sponsoring one for such act. This would also be done supererogatory, not obligatory. Amongst the things that saves from the punishment of the grave is striving in the cause of Allah. If one strives in the cause of Allah, it is often misconceived to mean jihad alone. Jihad includes also seeking knowledge. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man salaka tariqan yaltamisu fihi ilman." Whoever crossed the path to seek knowledge, سَهَّلَ اللَّهُ لَهُ طَرِيقًا إِلَى الْجَنَّةِ. Allah eases his path to the paradise. So when you go out of your house to school, you are in the cause of Allah. When someone dies in the cause, he's entering the paradise. And such a person will not be punished in the grave, because it's a reward. questioning knowledge is a source of jihad. Once upon a time, companions saw a man. They saw him struggling, working hard, and they said, "We desire that this man uses his strength to fight in the cause of Allah, jihad." And the Prophet ﷺ said, if he's struggling to fend for his family, فَهُوَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ, he's in the cause of Allah. So when our parents go to work to seek for halal means, they are in the cause of Allah. And when they die in that cause, they will not be punished by Allah, neither in the grave nor on their judgment. Like we mentioned earlier, whoever dies with an afflictions of the belly, maybe pregnancy, maybe one is poisoned, or other things that could cause one's belly to ache and pain coming from it, such a person would not be punished in the grave. Another thing that saves also from the punishment of the grave is reciting Surah Al-Mulk, reciting Tabaraka. It's an authentic hadith that the Salafs have learned from the Prophet ﷺ, the act of reading Surah Al-Mulk and also Surah Al-Sajda. However, there are scholars who have said it is not compulsory. Looking at the sequence of the narration, the chain of narratives of the ahadith, weaknesses have been found in the ahadith. However, it could be seen as an act that makes one get closer to Allah by reciting Surah Al-Mulk and being saved from the punishment of the grave. In an authentic hadith, Prophet said, Surah Al-Tabaraka hiya al-mani'a min adab al-qabr. Reading Al-Mulk shields us from the punishment of the grave. The surah titled Al-Tabaraka is something that shields away from the punishment of the grave. Another thing that also saves from the punishment of the grave is dying on a Friday. If someone dies on a Friday and such a person is a true believer and strives in the cause of Allah, such a person will not be punished in the grave. Al-Mawtu Yawm al-Qiyamah, Yawm al-Jum'ah, dying on a Friday, or dying on the night of a Friday. The night of a Friday implies the night that subtends the Friday, the night of a Thursday, because it starts from Maghrib. So it's from the night of a Thursday, by our own explanation, that's the night of Al-Jum'ah. The moment it's the night of the day of the Jum'ah, you're already on the night of As-Sabt. So when anyone dies on the night before the Jum'ah, then such a person will not be punished in the grave if that person is a believer. The condition of Iman becomes important. In addition also, the Prophet said, whoever whose last word is La ilaha illallah enters the paradise. It implies that the person will not be punished in the grave. However, it is not that it is a condition that one says La ilaha illallah before dying. Scholars have asked that, how many are people who are righteous and were not able to say La ilaha illallah before dying? How many are people who didn't have the luxury of saying La ilaha illallah before dying? This is not to say that it is a must for one to say La ilaha illallah. It is only a favor by Allah that we say La ilaha illallah. Additionally, La ilaha illallah is not to be said like something we chant and sing like a song. It has conditions. Conditions of La ilaha illallah include the knowledge of La ilaha illallah, having the knowledge of La ilaha illallah, and ilm. If you do not have knowledge of La ilaha illallah, what is La ilaha illallah? There is none worthy of worship except Allah. and then you go around saying La ilaha illallah 1 million, and then you have talisman on your neck. Even if that person says it 1,000 times before dying, he will be punished in his grave and punished on the day of judgment. And ikhlas, sincerity. If you do not have ikhlas with La ilaha illallah, then there is no essence saying La ilaha illallah. Sincerity must come with saying La ilaha illallah. And that's why the Prophet said, Man qala La ilaha illallah mukhlisan. Whoever says La ilaha illallah sincerely, enters the paradise. So such a person will not be punished. Another condition of La ilaha illallah is al-inqiyad, being submissive to the dictates of La ilaha illallah. Allah Ta'ala says, وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمْ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ. When they say to them that there is none worthy of worship except Allah, they become so arrogant. When they say to them, oh, stop stepping on your trousers, it's a deed, they become so pompous. Oh, the Prophet said women should wear hijab. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, oh Prophet, command your wives and the women of the believers, your children, that they all wear hijab. He said, no, it's a culture of the Arabs. Even if you say La ilaha illallah 1 million times, it will not suffice. As-sidqu, being truthful with the word La ilaha illallah. It's another condition. So when one says La ilaha illallah, you ask yourself, am I being truthful with the word La ilaha illallah? How would you be truthful? There is none worthy of worship except Allah. There are people who worship other people. Allah says do this, He said, oh, someone said I shouldn't do it. Because that's not being truthful. When Allah says something, you do not doubt it. And that's why Allah Ta'ala says, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. لَا رَيْبَ, there is no doubt. Therein is a guide for those who believe. So, being truthful, okay. Inshallah. There's going to be an exam after this session, inshallah. So those who have not been jotting things will not have the answers. Yes, and ask questions. And ask questions. So if you're not putting things down, then you should start putting it down. So there will be a few questions from me, and then you should be ready to answer them. Al-Qabul, amongst the conditions of La ilaha illallah is acceptance. You accept everything La ilaha illallah brings. Okay? You have to accept La ilaha illallah and everything that it carries. These are so many things. So it's not about the amount of La ilaha illallah being said. Okay, it's about what it carries, what it commands to, what it embodies, and then it helps us to understand that there is none worthy of worship except Allah. As for Muhammad Rasulullah, it also has conditions. As there is La ilaha illallah, there is none worthy of worship except Allah. Its fusion with Muhammad Rasulullah implies there is none worthy of emulation except Muhammad. And the conditions for Muhammad Rasulullah are the following. Number one, you must obey Muhammad in all that he commands. If you say you have Muhammad Rasulullah and you do not obey Muhammad, it's zero. Number two, تصديقه فيما أخبره, accepting the truth of what he informs. The Prophet has said, oh, we have talked about the punishment of the grave. The Prophet has said, those who memorize the Quran and toil with it, their heads will be smashed on the day of judgment. Those who eat riba, they will be eating stones on the day of judgment. All of these things, you have to believe it. The Prophet ﷺ said, those who go around slandering people, their faces will be pierced into two on the day of judgment. Those who commit sin and their private parts will be hung in the hellfire. And it says, have seen the people in the hellfire, فَوَجَدْتُ أَكْثَرَ أَهْلِهَا مِنَ النِّسَاءِ. And I saw that lots of the dwellers of hellfire are women. تَصْدِقُهُ فِيمَا أَخْبَرَ. Condition number 2 for Muhammad Rasulullah is accepting the truth of what Prophet Muhammad ﷺ informs. Number 3 of Muhammad Rasulullah, اجتناب ما نهى عنه وزجر. Staying away from what he prohibits. Whatever the Prophet ﷺ said, do not do it, you stay away from it. That's Muhammad Rasulullah. Imagine all of these Sufi, extreme Sufi groups that we find around town. They chant Muhammad Rasulullah, la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. From the number 1 condition, طاعته فيما أمر. Do they obey Muhammad? لو كان حبك صادقا لأطعته. If truly you love Muhammad, you would follow him. إن المحب لمن يحب مطيع. One who loves the other person follows the desires of his spouse. If you love Muhammad, you follow his desires. So all of these people who say La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, they do not even have the conditions of La ilaha illallah. طاعته فيما أمر. Obeying him. اجتناب ما نهى عنه وزجر. تصديقه فيما أخبر. Accepting the truth of what he informs. اجتناب ما نهى عنه وزجر. Staying away from the things that he prohibits. And number 4. ألا يعبد الله إلا بما شرع. You shouldn't worship Allah but except by his prescription. Allah. If you do not worship Allah according to the prescription of Muhammad Rasulullah, you're not worshipping Allah. Once upon a time, I tried as much to simplify the understanding of Muhammad Rasulullah. So I gave a similitude. I'll try to repeat it if it's possible. I said, imagine, apologies to those eating now. Imagine that I'm supposed to take fried rice and then it's served in a bottle. You know, with leftover poop around it. You know, fried rice, mashallah, everything is there. But it is served in a bottle. That's the similitude of good intention without following Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I will not eat that food because it's filthy. The other side, if, apologies again to those eating, someone has to serve me something, and then he said, okay, in replacement for porridge, he's going to serve me poop. It's a nice dish. A very nice looking poop that's in a dish. No matter how it looks, I can't eat it. The similitude therein is an innovation done with good intention. No matter how you do it, it's rubbish. Allah will not accept it. Muhammad Rasulullah in his eyes, طاعته فيما أمره, obeying him when he commands, تصديقه فيما أخبره, accepting the truth of what he informs, اجتناب ما نهى عنه وزجره, staying away from what he prohibits, وألا يعبد الله إلا بما شرع. One should not worship Allah but accept all the things that he has prescribed. Ask yourself, when someone says, oh, how did you come to this world to say naked? If you want Allah to accept your prayers, go naked and be rolling on the floor. Then I would ask you, what's the proof? Who says you should do that? So Allah, amongst the things that saves us from the punishment of the grave is obeying Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now the last part. This is just one of the 3 parts. We've talked about the significance of life, the life after death in the grave. And then this part is the Day of Judgments, and which would take almost ×2 of the hours that we've used. And I think, I don't know if I still have much time. Yes. When the Prophet ﷺ was asked, when he said, have seen numerous women in the hellfire, more than men, the Prophet ﷺ was asked why. And then he said, تَفُرْنَ الْعَشِيرَ, women are often not grateful to their husbands. Number 2, he says, تُخْثِبْنَ الْلَعْنَ, you go around cursing people. And in another narration, it was said, you furnish yourself in a pre-Islamic display of ornaments. Now, the Prophet ﷺ in an authentic hadith says, in the time the end time draws nearer, we would see women dressed but yet naked. Kasiyatun ariyat, they are clothed but yet they are naked. Ru'usuhunna kasminatin bukht, their head is so high like the haunch of a camel. And he said, إِلْعَنُهُنَّ فَإِنَّهُنَّ مَلْعُونَ, curse them wherever you find them, for they are cursed themselves. Amongst the benefits of learning about the hereafter is to work towards our hearts, like we started with, and shun the lust of our body. There is someone, he's almost 70 years, then he's transformed to a woman now. He has lived his whole life as a man, so he's tired of being a man, so he's done transgender now. This is the vices of the society, the evil of westernization. It is getting towards us. We're learning from the kuffar. Why are we shy of showing our Islam? If gay can come out to say I'm a gay, weren't you not confident enough to show to people that you're a Muslim, wear your hijab and walk tall? If lesbians can say, I'm married to another woman, then why are you shy to dress appropriately, showing the true nature of an ideal Muslim? And Imam Shafi'i says, any eye that sighs the ornament, the beauty of a woman, and blinks, it is a flock of fire on her skin. For all the intent of dressing to kill, it's a channel to be punished in the grave. If the Prophet ﷺ said women are numerous in the hellfire, all the things that we know that are evil are amongst the things that we shun and run away from, so that we will not be punished in the grave. The way we present ourselves, the way we clothe ourselves, how we dress. It is what our mothers have always told us, that we are dressed the way we dress. An ideal Muslim is one who conforms himself or herself to the dictates of the Sharia. And do not forget that it has been a topic that has been revisited severally on the conditions of hijab, the rulings of hijab, the basis of hijab. As scholars have said, al-ghayatu fil hijab as-satru la-zina. The basis of hijab is to cover our beauty and not beauty in itself. It means whenever you dress up, Islam didn't say you should not wear fine clothing, beautiful wares, but Islam wants you to cover your beauty with a hijab. And thus, when a woman dresses, we should correct the notion of dressing very, very untidy, wearing unironed clothes. No. Islam didn't say that. Islam wants us to dress neat. But Islam wants us to cover our beauty with the hijab. Allah Ta'ala says, وَلَا يُبْدِينَ زِينَتَهُنَّ إِلَّا مَا مِنْهَا. They shouldn't display their beauty, but accept that which is manifest. Then, amongst the conditions for hijab is isti'abu jami' al-badani. Our hijab must cover every part of our body. Isti'abu jami' al-badani. Number 2, ألا يشبه لباس الرجال. It shouldn't be the clothing of men. Number 3, ألا يكون معطرا. It should not be fragrance, perfumes. ألا يكون ضيقا. It should not be tight-fitted. You know, some hijab now we have Dubai hijab. You know, so skinny, showing every part of your body. And then it's sewn the hand together with it. And it's so tight-fitted. Yes, you're using the hijab, but you're naked. ألا يكون ضيقا. Amongst it is also that ولا شفافا. It should not be revealing. Okay? Aisha radiallahu anha saw a woman with the clothing, and then she said, I wish that I buried this tight with this thick cloth. And scholars have deduced from that the hijab of a woman when she's living is also a hijab when she dies. And thus when a woman dies, she is buried with 5 clothing. The gown, the underwear, and the khimar, and 2 wrapper to shroud her. Against that of a man is shrouded with 3 large wrappers. No agbada, no shokoto, no glove. May Allah forgive our fathers, they have tried, but they do not have facts for these things. The Prophet ﷺ was buried with 3 broad clothes. There wasn't any sewing there. That's what the words of Aisha were. He said the Prophet ﷺ was buried with 3 broad clothes and there was no wound. There wasn't any tying there, no. So when a woman dies, she's buried with 5 clothing. She wears a gown, she wears a skirt, maybe like an underlay, and then she wears a khimar. And that's why hijab, a woman when she's living, it's a hijab when she dies. And then after that, she's shrouded with 2 wrappers. It makes it all covered up. There's no glove, there's no ishad, there's none of that. May Allah forgive our fathers that have gone. Okay? So these are conditions of our hijab. It should not be tight-fitted, it should not be revealing, it should not be fragrance. It should not look like the clothing of men. Okay? And it should not be like the clothing of the kuffar. This other condition is a peculiar clothing of worship. The moment your clothing resembles that of the kuffar in the act of their veneration to their gods, then it is not an ideal clothing for a woman. So, the conditions of hijab, it is not to wear an hijab for fashion purposes. الغاية في الحجاب الستر لا الزينة. The SI unit for hijab is to cover our beauty and not beauty in itself. Islam didn't say we should beautify ourselves, and that's why the caution must be placed that in our house, no one says you should wear hijab. No, it is extremism. In the house, in your room, they want you to be free. Islam wants you to be free for yourself. If one is married, for one's husband, with one sibling, like that, so with the limits. Allah. So these are the conditions. One should not take the practices of the kuffar by copying every clothing and dressing that they put forward. Allah. The Prophet ﷺ said, you would follow the path of the people of the book, and the path of a step to another, even when they enter to the hollows of the lizards. So we should not copy their ways. Whoever emulates some people is certainly part of it. I'm a little bit hesitant on starting the aspect of the day of judgment because he has lots of things. How people of the paradise will go to the market. Have we heard that before? How we get to rejuvenate ourselves. What are the blessings for us in the paradise? The women in the paradise. We've heard that men will have lots of wives. But what about women? How are they going to look like? These are beautiful things. And then how would it be that the children of the kuffar, what would be their result? Are they going to be punished? What about people who are not in the places where we have prophets and they died? How are they going to be punished? The happenings of the day of judgment itself. How people will get drowned in their sweat. How people will be shielded from the harshness and the rashness of the sun on the day of judgment. What are the things that would save us from the happenings of the day of judgment? The words of Aisha that men and women would look to their nudity one after the other, but seeing themselves on that day, they would not be concerned about the nudity, because the issues of the day of judgment is greater than even seeing our nudity. How parents would run away from their kids. How beloved ones would hate themselves. How few people will be saved. Under a tent, and amongst them is one who is called to commit zina, and he runs away from it. Also that the Prophet ﷺ said no one will enter the paradise with his work except by the mercy of Allah. And he said, even I would not enter the paradise with my worship except by the mercy of Allah. This word is a word of caution that we do not get egocentric by our worship. We do not get pompous. We do not see ourselves as over perfect and look down on other people. We should continuously strive and be humble to Allah and see that we have not done much. We should also know that linking our ties, visiting our relations are amongst the things that would help us to be in the paradise. Amongst the things that intercede for us on the day of judgment is intercession of the angels. They will intercede for believing men and women, and particularly the jinn, the sons of the earth that we pray upon will also intercede for us. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, when a person says the adhan, every creature on earth hearing the adhan would intercede for that person on the day of judgment. That includes the jinn, the sons, the animals, and the trees. Also, there are numerous things that would happen in the paradise, and amongst it also is that the Quran will intercede for those who recite it and practice it. The righteous actions of believers would come seeking them and asking for Allah's mercy on them. Treading the sirat to the paradise, people will struggle and fall down to the hell, because the path, the bridge to the paradise, underneath is the hellfire. It is so tiny, like the smoothness of the hair, and so sharp, like the edges of a blade. Okay, so I'm just compressing it. Okay, inshallah. Allah. So we have a whole lot of things. Maybe the happenings of the Day of Judgment would be a topic for another time. Well, Allah. Amongst this also is that people who have lived with righteousness would move on the bridge to the paradise like a striking light, so sharp and fast. And others would work while others would crawl. And they would be seeking Allah's favors that they do not fall into the hellfire. Other happenings that would be on the Day of Judgment is the status of hellfire and those that would happen, that would enter into the hellfire. The harshness of the hellfire, the numbers of the fires, in fact, the particular space provided for extremists, rebels, and evil comments that have turned against Allah are also there for us to talk about. Snakes, scorpions. Snakes of the size of a camel by its head, and 70 heads of them will be fashioned for just one person in the hellfire, piercing him, stinging him, and feasting on his flesh. These are happenings for those in the hellfire. The people in the hellfire would eat of thorn, hot water, and then they would scream. But the most painful thing for them is that they would not see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It would be a pain for them that they don't see the Creator who has created us. And whenever their body burns to ashes, it turns over again to normal, and it will burn all over again. And that's the meaning of La yamutu fiha wa la yahya. Therein they die not, neither do they live. The classification of hellfire and the position of hypocrites in hellfire. Those who have faces with the believers and also have faces with the disbelievers. When they see believers, قَالُوا آمَنَّا, they say we believe. And when they turn back to their infidels, they say to them, إِنَّا مَعْكُمْ, we are with you. إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ مُسْتَهْزِئُونَ, we're only making fun of them. So some of us who are here today wearing our hijab because of this program, should it be amongst those who be classified amongst hypocrites, that when they leave this place, they go around town with skimpy clothes and tight trousers? The angels would remove them from the gathering of those who have obeyed Allah, as hellfire would struggle with the paradise, fighting for his people, and the paradise would also be questioning for his own people. And Allah would judge between them, saying that, "Oh paradise, you are my mercy, just for those who have showed unto them my mercy. And you, the hellfire, you are my punishment. It is for those who have crossed my boundaries that I want to punish." The lowest person to be punished in the hellfire is the uncle of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Abu Talib. He will be punished so severely that he will be given a pair of shoes and his brains will boil from it. Because of his love and affection for Islam, but he wasn't a Muslim and he died an hypocrite. He died a polytheist. And for that, his punishment is reduced. And he will be worn a shoe that his brains will boil from it. So who are you to see that the punishment of Allah is nothing? Then back to paradise, the classification of paradise, the status of the dwellers in the paradise, the food in the paradise. Are we going to give birth in the paradise? How are our wives going to be? How come a man would marry more than 100 wives? These are so many things that time would not permit me to talk about. But in summary, the Prophet ﷺ says, Allah would rejuvenate your creation in the picture of your father Adam, 70 miles up to the skies. He'll be so huge a person and so young in age. The Prophet ﷺ said of men, he said, "Ala quwwat mi'at rajul," in the picture of 100 powerful men. One man would be as powerful as 100 men. Inna ansha'nahunna insha'a. Allah Ta'ala says we would recreate them in another form. وَجَعِلْنَاهُنَّ أَبْكَارًا. Would make them so beautiful. عُرْبًا أَتْرَابًا. Women of same age. While though she was everything to her husband. As Aisha, there was nothing the Prophet loved more than Aisha. As Fatima, she was the mother of her father. Because when the Prophet cries, she cries. As Maryam, she was the mother of Jesus, the saint, the chaste. If we are chaste, Allah will make us like her. And Asiya, she was steadfast in a time of tribulation. So we have to be very steadfast in a time of trials. So we'll put this stop here, inshallah. Allah wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sallam. The last part, inshallah, we will not talk about it at all. Okay, we will not talk about it. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi.
Takbir. So weak and short of words. I don't know, maybe you are not following me when I was following this attention. Time is not on our side. I will not do any preamble. I will not summarize. I just want us to go straight to the questions. Question and answer time. Okay, Bismillah, Doctor. Bismillah. This is our brother, Dr. Mahmoud. He's going to anchor another survey for us, mental wellness. But he's going to sound like a brother. So, so question please. Question fast.
He said we should only concentrate on our hearts alone, and that our body will turn to sand. I'm asking, is it now improper to get expensive cream and other things to keep our skin spotless and make ourselves smooth? No. We are not saying that. What we are saying is that if there is no foundation, then the house is not properly built. The difference between man and animal is that we have hearts, and that's why we could reflect on things. But if we dwell on the things that will benefit our skin, our flesh, we're exactly like cattle. Look at Allah. Allah Ta'ala says, we have pushed to hellfire numerous amongst men and jinn, because they have hearts, they cannot heed the words of Allah. They have eyes, they cannot see the words of Allah. And then they have ears, they cannot listen to the words of Allah. Allah Ta'ala says, أُولَٰئِكَ كَالْأَنْعَامِ. They are like cattle. They just eat. بَلْهُمْ أَضَلُّ. Now look to the West today. People, there was someone I once heard, she said she uses 8 hours to take care of her skin. 8 hours. Okay, look at the philosophy. She concentrates so much on her skin that because she's even been extreme about it. Much that it takes her away from the remembrance of Allah. But if you concentrate more on your heart and do the best of your body, then there will be value of your body as against disregarding your heart. Wallahu alam. So Islam loves that we're beautiful and we take care of our beautiful skin. There's nothing wrong with taking care of our skin, dressing ourselves properly. About answering questions in the grave, and what point to have to recite Surah Al-Mulk, inshallah, and does it mean anybody that have memorized it in this world? Although what we're saying is that when we're still alive and we recite Surah Al-Mulk more frequently, it saves us from the punishment of the grave. So it's not that when you're in the grave, you'll not say, oh, it's not Al-Mulk, and that's not reading that no. When in this world you read the Quran, the whole of the Quran, every chapter has benefits. Al-Baqarah saves you from afflictions. Any person who memorizes Surah Al-Baqarah or any house that Al-Baqarah has been read, no demon stays there. You read Al-Imran, Allah protects your family. Okay? You read Al-Nisa, Allah makes your offspring good. You read Al-Ma'idah, Allah makes your wealth profound. All of the Quran is rahmah, is blessing. Every part of the Quran. So amongst the benefits of reciting Surah Al-Mulk is that it protects us from the punishment of the grave. Is it good that, and hope it is not an innovation to say, let us recite Surah Al-Ikhlas for when remembrance are there? Allah Alam, may Allah forgive our fathers. Jazakumullahu khairan. It is unknown, but we have to understand that the popularity of a practice does not make it legal, does not justify its legality. There is no singular hadith that the Prophet said, read Qul Allah for the dead. I'll give you why our fathers have been doing it. The Prophet said, Surah Al-Ikhlas, mentioning the reverence of all these chapters, he said, it is compared to 1/3 of the Quran. So thus someone just imagine that, okay, if one Qul Allah is imagined to be 1/3 of the Quran, so this was read 3, so that it would seem like I've read the whole of the Quran to the dead. Cannot bring the similitude. As much as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, the closest you can be to Him is when you're in prostration. And the best supplication is the Quran. Can I read Fatiha in prostration? No, it's the same thing. The basis of our worship is do not do, but except you find proof. Religion is revelation. So it is only when you find a proof for something before you do it. If there isn't any proof, it is not ideal that we use our brains. I know the man who said, if it is by the brains that we judge our religion, we would have been wiping the underneath of ourselves. instead of wiping the surface of our socks. No fixing of days means there is nothing like fida prayers. Fida in the whole of the Quran has been used to describe the situation of the kuffar, describing their state of pain, that they need something to replace for them the situation of agony that they are in. There isn't any revelation from the Quran that says do fida. Okay? In the hadith, there isn't anything that says do fida. The Prophet had said if a person dies, he gets no reward for anything except from three things. Number one, a righteous son that supplicates for him. Every day. It doesn't have to be fixed. You don't have to rent people. Imam Shafi'i said, he was asked actually that when people gather around to make supplications for the dead, is it revered, is it acceptable? He said, we have rented them for the reward and we have collected the money for it. So it is not with Allah. So instead, who says you cannot supplicate for your own dad or your dead ones? So make prayers for them without having to call people. So fida is a term that is not even known in the Sharia. Check the whole of the Quran. You'll only find places where people in the hellfire are asking for fidya, that they would have situations of recompense, that they replace for them the punishment that they earn for a mercy from Allah. So the word fidya, now people who do it, they've changed it. They say, no, they are not doing fidya, they are doing tarahum. Do you know more than the Prophet? The Prophet died, they had lots of cattle and camels. How many cattle did they kill in the time of the Prophet? Who was the guest lecturer in the fida of Abu Bakr? When did they do 40 days for Ali of the line? So this implies that our religion is revelation. Do not forget, the shurut of Muhammad Rasulullah is that we worship Allah as He has prescribed it. So it isn't found in the practice of the Prophet. Some people are like, Allah will not ask us about education in the hereafter, making them nonchalant with them. Yes, this is a good point. Wallahi, it's wrong that people tell you that, no, okay, it has nothing to do with akhirah. Wallahi, the believer is rewarded with everything. Look at it. In the hadith of Hadith, the Prophet said, if you leave the food to your mouth, you're rewarded. You're carrying food, you're eating yam. Wallahi, you're rewarded. إِنَّ الْمُؤْمِنَ لَا يُؤْجَرُ فِي كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. A believer is rewarded in everything. حتى اللقمة يرفعها إلى فيه. Even to the food that he carries to his mouth. You are rewarded with everything. If you smile, it's a reward. If you sleep, it's a reward. If you are eating, it's a reward. Now the evil is that the opposite of the things that you're doing to get reward. If you do them against the laws of Allah, you're getting punishment for it. And that's why if you eat haram, you're punished. If you drink alcohol, you're punished. If you smile to somebody's wife, you're punished. These are things. You know, we said you're smiling, you get reward for it. But somebody else is like, you're smiling to the person. Why? So these are things. So a believer should know that, like we said before, when you're menstruating, you're getting reward for it. Wallah. Al-ibadatu tashmulu al-hayata kullaha. Worship circumferences our life in totality. So when you're going to school, the Prophet said, "Man salaka tariqan yaltamisu fihi ilman." Whoever creates a path to learn, sahhala Allahu tariqan ila al-jannah. Allah will see, I want to make this path easy for him to enter the paradise. So when you're taking your bag to school and going to school to learn, have the notion that you're worshiping Allah because you are being rewarded for it. Every step you take.